Good day, people. We're still talking about the case of successful relationship. My name is Jenniferoscar, and I'm your relationship coach. One of the keys to a successful relationship is conflict resolution. Remember that when you have your conflict, when you have your fight, your argument, please always remember to settle it. Remember, the Bible says, do not sleep over on your anger. It is very important, not because you will not have a reason to have conflict in your relationship, but it's very important that you should learn to work on it. Conflict resolution is a way for two or more parties to find a peaceful solution to a disagreement among them. It is very important, not because you will not have conflict in relationship. It's bound to happen, but the ability for both of you to agree to resolve it. It is very important. So you must understand that even though you fight in your relationship, you should always have at the back of the mind to resolve your conflict, and it is called conflict resolution. It is important. For those that think in marriage, everything looks just so sweet and perfect. No, there are times you guys may argue. There are times there may be fights. There may be times that there will be disagreement because both of you are not perfect. Two different kind of individuals coming from different backgrounds, coming together with so many ideas, of course, things to agree and disagree. At times, even your way of perception to life is different. So because those things are bound to happen, that's why you must understand that because you have different views to life, there may be fights, there may be argument, but in all of that, there must be resolution in whatever you do. So it is important ways to resolve conflict in our relationship. The first point is communicate. Remember that I said communication is one of the greatest keys. It is important. Learn to communicate no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances. If you feel that you are grieved in a relationship, let your partner know. Don't be that person that even when things happen, you bottle it up. The person may not even know what is going on. You alone, you're the one bottling it. You're the one fighting it. You're the one, everything plain in your heart. So it is very important for you to learn to resolve your conflict by always communicating. Talking things through. Communication is important. And the second point is actively listen. Especially when you're having a conversation with your spouse, when you guys are talking. Please, even if you will talk, learn to listen so that you can clearly hear what the person is trying to say. Because most times people have been misunderstood by merely assumption, assuming what is in the person's mind without actually hearing the person out. Especially when you guys are in the when you are having a conversation. So it is good for you to actively listen to your partner. Is one of the ways to resolve your conflict. Especially when there have been heated arguments or quarrel, whatever it is. Then the third point is review options. It is very important for you to review your options. Talk over the options, looking for solutions that benefit everyone. So learn to review things that you have discussed about. Especially when you are having a conversation. Remember that the essence of that conversation is to resolve the conflict. Do not add foil inside a burning fire, because if you do, it's going to burn so much. So by reviewing your options, you look at it. What is the possible way that we can resolve this solution? It is very important for you to know that. Then why the last point? Remember, I'm talking about conflict resolution, and I just listed 4 ways to resolve conflict. And the last point is end with a win-win solution. In other words, whatever it is in your relationship, especially when you want to resolve your conflict, it has to be a win-win situation. Don't always want your idea to rule. Don't always want you say to rule. Remember that especially when there has been heated argument, conflict, what you guys want is for a solution. And if a solution must occur, everybody must have an equal balance by having a win-win situation. Whatever it is that you guys are trying to sort out, at the end of the day, because you want to resolve your conflict, you must agree on a common ground. You must agree on one idea, because remember that most of the time what actually causes this conflict is what we call disagreement. Couples not agreeing on the particular decision, having to argue, quarrel, and drag matter unnecessarily. So especially when you're trying to resolve your conflict, you must end with a win-win situation. She will be smiling and he also will be smiling. Don't make anyone feel in the dark just because they want to please you. Remember, I'm talking about what? Conflict resolution. And it's one of the keys to a successful relationship. So you know you want to enjoy a successful relationship. Please, you must adopt this style, what I call conflict resolution. And remember, I discussed 4 points, the 4 ways you can resolve your conflict. The first point I said, communicate. Always learn to what? Communicate your needs. It is very important, especially in a dispute. The second point I said, actively listen. The third point I said, review options. And the fourth point I said, let's always end with a what? With a win-win what? Situation. And I believe everyone has been blessed today. Don't forget to what? To stay blessed. And I remember that I love you. Whatever it is that is stopping you, learn to resolve your conflict. There is no fight that is new. Remember the book of Ecclesiastes said there's nothing that is new under the face of the earth. So don't think, oh, it is only in my marriage I argue. It is only in my marriage you have fight. That's not true. You don't live in people's houses, so you don't know what is going on there. But what you should do is that whatever it is, learn to resolve your conflict among yourselves. It will help your relationship to grow, and it will help you to enjoy a successful relationship. Stay blessed, and I love you all, and thanks for